I wanted a cute, aesthetic, vibey, tasty restaurant for my birthday, and I only got one of those things. Hi guys, I'm back, and I'm going to be getting ready and reviewing the restaurant that I went to for my birthday, which was the Compass in Phoenix, Arizona. And there is so much to say about it. There's a lot to hear from it and a lot of other people's experiences that were very similar to mine. So I'm glad I wasn't the only one with that experience because, girl. But yeah, I cannot just like let you guys off without reviewing the restaurant. Like, no, I can't. So I'm gonna review it, and I'm gonna be giving you guys other people's reviews as well, so you guys can get a little story of how other people's day or night went at the restaurant. So I'm not the only one giving you guys kind of like what it's like. So actually, let me put a headband on. Look, oh my god, it's so cute. Anyways, it's a Hello Kitty headband that I literally bought at TJ Maxx. I found it, and it was just so cute, so I had to buy it. Girl! Wait, but like, it's cute. Stop it. We'll just... It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. Okay, so first things we're gonna start off with is our brows. And while we do our brows, the first thing I want to start off with is great restaurant. The drive to get there is a little bit annoying, but it's in a beautiful place. It's actually in a resort, I think, or a hotel. It's one of those two. It's very pretty, don't get me wrong. Now, I know they say don't judge a book by its cover. That's exactly what I did the moment that I walked into the place. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so amazing. It's already super fancy, super pretty. And there's the reception area, and then there's the restaurant. Because the restaurant, it's a spinning room, which is super cool. I really like that idea. It spins really slowly, but you definitely do at least 1 or 2 360s while you're there. We go in, and this really nice lady, she greets us. She's like, oh, okay, well, we'll get your tables ready and we'll get them going. And then you can get seated and you can have some drinks and wait for everyone else to get here. It was a table of 12, my whole family. We wait a little bit, and then we get called to go to our table right next to a window. Amazing. We got a window seat, girl. Luxurious. I was so wrong about this place, but I don't be looking at reviews, bro, and I wonder why. So we wait, we get seated, and then we have our server, sweet soul, so we thought. He was really sweet. He greeted us. He's like, okay, can I start you guys off with any drinks? We obviously asked for the mocktails, and he's like, okay, perfect, I can start you guys off with that. We get our mocktails. Both of our mocktails should have been fizzy because they included a fizzy drink. My boyfriend's included something fizzy. When they brought my boyfriend's drink, it was not fizzy. It was just really sweet. But I was like, oh, okay, maybe they just like messed it up. It's fine. Also, the environment at night is super dark. Kind of like depressive vibes. It was pretty, but it was just a little bit depressing. I don't know. Now, we get our menu and everyone's here. Now we start asking for our food. And baby, what expensive food! Girl, I believe it was like $79 for a steak. It's expensive. That restaurant was not budget friendly, just in case you did it. My beauty blender, not budget friendly. I'm just letting you guys know that that restaurant is definitely something you gotta pay bank for. The things on the menu, first off, the menu was super small. And I'm like, okay, well, that's like reasonable. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's reasonable. And I was thinking, well, since the menu is small, that must mean the food is good, because usually like bigger restaurants have smaller menus because that's what they can like specialize in, that type of food. A view of like the food and the menu and the place. Hi, welcome back. I've been to places where the food looks and tastes good. This one ain't one of them. Worst thing I have ever put in my mouth. I think they gave me goat cheese. Whatever it was so bad. It had like this, girl, let me show you. Now, the presentation, not bad. The taste, horrendous. Her food was good, but it was just not overall hitting for that price point that they were charging. Olive Garden could have outbeat you in this one. Now moving on to the staff. The staff were not bad. Our server wasn't bad until around the end of like the night. I'm gonna insert a clip right here of me literally saying they didn't want us here.
They literally do not want us here?
Around the end of the night is when they stopped kind of serving us. Like they didn't want to serve us. So my family is really loud and it was more of a like toned down environment. Definitely not somewhere where you should be loud in. The staff was nice, but they weren't exactly giving like, oh, it's her birthday. They were just kind of like doing their job. And I know that's their whole point, to do their job. But their job also includes giving a good service to someone, especially if we called in advance saying it was for a birthday. Now, next to the window, you have to pay like an extra $50 if they don't already sit you there. And if it's a big party, you have to pay tip included, which is 20%. We ended up paying like a $60 tip. I know a lot of restaurants do that, but that's a lot. The staff wasn't bad. I did like how they treated us at first, but after, they didn't really even come up to us to ask if we wanted a refill on our water, if we wanted a refill on our drinks. They did not acknowledge us unless we asked for their assistance. I did not like that, but maybe if you didn't want us there, you could have still like acknowledged that, hey, it's a birthday party, you know, not just completely ignore our existence while we're there. I'm gonna read you guys some reviews so you guys can get an idea, not just from me, but from other people really quickly, because I just have to include some reviews in here. This review is from a guy named Mike, and Mike has a lot to say. He said, had a party of 10 last night at 5 p.m. Salad and main course came out at the same time. 4 adults had the land and sea meal. We all agreed that the steak was awful. None of them were cooked right, and they all had more fat than me. I feel you, Mike. $89 for a crappy steak and 2 scallops. Nope, never again. Bill was over $1,000, and I would have much rather went to Texas Roadhouse for a decent steak. Such a good atmosphere with terrible food. Need to revamp the menu with a new chef. Thank you so much, Mike. That's really giving us the story of what we needed to hear. This next review is from YMM. She said, and she rated it 5 stars. She said, service was great. We ordered the mussels. They were excellent. I love a burrata and it was excellent as well. The attention to detail was exceptional. Thank you. Thank you. This next review is from a girl named Bethany, and she has a lot to say. So I'm gonna kind of speed run this so you guys can still hear the review. She rated it 1 star, saying, ugh, this place. Went here for an anniversary. The view is great, but save yourself the price tag or just get gorgeous views with better food at a different point of view. I went there. I love that restaurant. Highly recommend to anyone here in Arizona. Our server was kind, but did little to make our experience better. Our dishes took an hour to come to us, and the most we got in exchange was, there's just one more ticket ahead of you. By the time we got our dishes, I wasn't hungry anymore, and good thing. The scallops weren't cleaned well, the risotto was so bland and boring, and the bok choy was literally just raw and cut up and placed on the plate like a garnish instead of a crucial part of the dish like the menu suggested. I took 90% of it in a takeout box. Server asked if anything was wrong, and we said, I mean, it's fine. Should have admit your true feelings, girl. Because it wasn't burnt or have a hair, it was just okay. Just okay food. But at $55 a plate, no. Furthermore, the restaurant validated parking, but because of our food took so long, we have to pay for a portion of parking as well. Don't do it, the hype isn't worth it overall. I completely agree with her. The hype is not worth it at all. This other review is a 5-star review from Cielo. And she said, I did get a little motion sickness, but food was amazing and service was excellent. I would come here again and would definitely recommend to others. So you can obviously tell it's a lot of controversy between if people really do like it or people don't. But a lot of the reviews are either like a 4, 3, or 1-star review. And then there's like a good amount of 5-star reviews. Because, you know, the vibes are really nice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, look at this restaurant. Now here is where it gets really good. The restaurant was amazing for views. That's what hit me a 9 out of 10 because it was dark inside. So, but if it wasn't dark, honestly, really beautiful, amazing. I'm pretty sure that's why most people get caught into the wanting to go there because it has such nice view. That's the reason why I also went. Really pretty, awesome for photos. The bathroom was also really nice. I know that's like so out of context, but the bathroom was nice. In my opinion, I feel like they definitely do need a new chef. The chef can do so much better if it is someone who has a better passion for cooking, maybe. The food was just really bland, girl. I will not get over it. I personally feel like you guys should definitely save your money. There are so much prettier places in Arizona that you guys can go to. Some of my really good recommendations would definitely be to go to Different Point of View. It's one of my favorite restaurants that we have been to. You can go outside and take a little pause in your meal to go look outside and take some photos of the view. Really loved that idea. I thought it was super cool. Overall, my experience, I would say not the best. Food, 5.5 out of 10 max. Service, 7 out of 10. Views, 9 out of 10. I would probably go earlier in the daytime. Now, we were all doing fine until that check hit that table, girl. That check, guys, was almost $700 freaking dollars for food. The best part about that night, we paid for valet parking because, girl, you couldn't even park there. They were having an event. By the end of our food, they gave us like a little check for like $5 off our valet parking, and I feel like they gave it to us because they just felt bad that we had the worst experience of our God-given life. Or, girl, you can always just trust your handy dandy Olive Garden. I'm gonna finish my makeup, do my outro, and wish you guys well. I will be right back. Okay, guys, I am done with my makeup. This is how it turned out. Don't judge. I do not know how to do eye makeup, but I tried something. Said this experience, not my favorite, not a restaurant I would recommend to anybody. Anyways, besides all of that, thank you so much for watching. If you stayed to the end, you're a real one. Thank you so much. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video because it does really help me out a lot. Bye, guys.